Hey, did you notice we do have a new follower?
Was?
Yeah, we do.
Who
Yeah.
part? I'm assuming.
Yes. That's actually one of my friends. We've been role playing like ages.
Like 7 down, 20, 40, something more to go. What do you want to do?
Yep. Only a few more before we get to the partner status. Or was it affiliate? I never remember which one is the first one because to my ears, affiliate and partners sound like the same ish. I suppose that's error in translation, so
Yeah, Whisper, you might want to check the volumes for us.
yeah, stupid OBS is giving up the volume business again. How about now?
Frog scanner
Woo!
report.
Yeah, the echo is going wild. Ah.
How about this?
Oh dear.
Does alright? Sound alright?
Let me see if I can adjust it like this.
Yeah. I'll just talk real deep and low with my mic. Hello, internet world.
Alright, come on, Sam, give us your best James Brown impression.
No.
Alright. Let me see. Let me get shit ready to go.
Yeah, the echo is because my speakers are loud, and the low volume is because the internal settings are low. So it's
Oh, somehow you fixed the echo.
yeah. I just turned down the volume. That's
Hmm.
as easy as it gets. Right. Okay. Fair enough. So yes. News announcements. Tomorrow we're gonna be hosting a session 0 of a new campaign. Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow at about, what was it, 1 hour and 30 minutes earlier than today, start time, so about-ish, yeah, along those times. Hopefully it won't last long, because I have a Monday job.
Yeah,
Has me waking up at like 7.
Yeah.
Me too.
So, yeah, we're gonna keep it short and sweet, get things done, and hopefully get you guys introduced to the new system we're holding. Yay!
Yeah.
Also me, because I am like clueless about what's going on. I'm gonna be playing, but I'm clueless, so I'm gonna be the whimsy of the group.
Yeah. So actually, the main difference is Worcester and Sim are going to be playing. I'll be the GM for it, and there'll be one other player, Eb Steph, who, if some of you watched The Guardians, he was with me and Sim on that. There, he's kindly agreed to come on with us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I can't hear you guys at all.
You cannot hear us now.
That's up to you. That's in your settings, I'm afraid, because we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
And I go on vacation on the 27th of July.
Yep.
And I get August the 3rd.
Yeah. So this is the thing I've been discussing with Eb on my end with I think we're looking easily at an August start, right? So it's nothing going to be. It's really, this is just session 0, just get a few things discussed, and then I can start thinking of what the story, based on what you guys are going to come up with there, use that to fill in gaps in my ideas, and that should make a nice collaborative story.
I don't care if you can't hear me, Blink.
Unimportant.
Yeah.
Blink, you just have to try harder.
Yep.
Listen, man, listen.
So, also on 27th, there is going to be the largest role-playing convention in Europe, which is called the Robocon in Finland. So I'm going to be attending that, so fat chance on me being a game master that day.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So days off for me, I think is is I think the last week of August. Yeah, it should be the last week of August from memory. Is a big gaming convention up in Scotland. There.
You. If I'm in my money, I might join you.
So I'm just needing to buy tickets for it and actually look at seeing if I'm actually going to do the entire weekend or if I'm staying up there or not.
But in September, at least by September, I will be running a D&D 5e game.
Hopefully I will be playing in it.
Yeah, this is the thing I've been winding Sim up because me and Sim have been talking over the last couple of months, right? And Sim's got so many different games. Some he's bought himself, some I've contributed to his collection. We love all these different games, and we've been going, oh, I bet this is something. He goes, yeah, that's fantastic. And then it's went from Cypher, Star Trek, Pathfinder.
Hey man, don't judge my life.
I know, I'm not.
No kink shaming here.
Yes. I do impulse buy when it comes to RPGs. I will admit that.
I'll admit the amount of times I'm there on like drive-through RPG, ready to press, and it ends up being like a scene from the Evil Dead. Go, nope, take the hand away from the mouse.
No, I just have the guy on my shoulder saying, click it, and I just do it.
Yeah.
Bad decision made.
Well, anyways, it is game time. Unfortunately, Whimsy seems to be missing in action. We do not have any current situational report to tell you where Whimsy is. But we will have to press on without his magnificent leadership. We will just assume that he fainted when he saw the battleship, war cruiser in front and decided, oh, dear.
Yeah. So, what page am I looking at for how do we deal with the Minbari war cruiser in this book?
The answer is superior firepower. Oh, sorry, nukes.
Don't.
Nukes is always the answer.
First.
Wait, we could do that?
I mean, we can start a war.
I'm all about them nukes.
The question is, since we are a mixed crew, if we shoot first, who do they fight?
Technically, you are flying the Earth Alliance colors.
Colors, yeah.
But if I put the Narn by the button, and then press the button, and I say it was the Narn, what happens?
If the English send Spanish mercenaries to attack France, who do you think the French attack?
They attack both of them.
Of course.
Well, there was a wee period in history where France basically attacked everyone.
So did England.
Which period was that? The 100-Year War?
No,
It was the
Napoleonic, yeah, because it basically...
Yeah, post-revolution, yeah.
Yeah, and after that, it was England's turn to attack everyone.
Well, it wasn't their fault. I mean, the Germans were like, hey, don't fucking kill our prince or we're going to come up. And France is like, the fuck you will. We'll do whatever the fuck we want. We're going to kill them. And before you attack us, we're going to wipe out all you fools. And then they kill the prince. And then Germany was like, we'll get you. And then they're like, you know what? We need this dude Napoleon. Yep, he was the right answer. And then it was like, oh no, he went too far. Way too far. We need to stop his ass. History from the U.S. point of view.
Yes. I'm pulling up the Zoom volumes to the cap, and let's see if that breaks the audience's ears. If it doesn't, that's cool.
Hey,
If it
for
does,
the record,
well-
I say stupid American shit. Don't believe I am not a good representative of what USA is. I just say stupid shit because I find it hilarious.
Yeah.
My actions have been sponsored by the Ear Doctors Associates.
Yeah. Can you just imagine if Trump has been just trolling the entire world for all these years?
I can. But I can also believe the alternative, that he isn't.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get apolitical and, well, unpolitical. Well, what's the word for not political? Is it apolitical?
Apolitical.
Apolitical.
Like
As
asexual,
opposed to
apolitical.
be political.
Yeah.
If you're
Okay.
be political, that means you want to be political.
Ooh,
C
right.
political is you just watch CNN all the time.
I have been becalmed. Now,
And then apolitical, you just believe Fox News all the time.
let's get
Apolitical
be-gaming.
means you do nothing. You don't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Right. So, let's get down to business to defeat the Minbari. No, wait. Let's get to the recap of the session.
Space
During the
politics.
previous encounter, our dear and magnificent crew came across a technomage who made an offer they could not refuse. To take the technomage's guidance and go deep into Minbari space. Just a few parsecs away from Minbari Prime, they suddenly jump out into the void of the interstellar space to find themselves face to face with a Minbari war cruiser. The war cruiser identifies itself as Shalin, the first of its kind, which leads the crew's Minbari complement in a state of unfathomable paleness and shock. The captain, seeing the mighty Minbari go pale and into shock, faints and falls on the floor before anyone can do anything about it. A single Minbari transport ship leaves the hangar of the massive warship and begins to approach the Jacaranda in deep space.
I'm just looking down at the collapsed shape of Captain Wesley Sador, and I'm going, I'm getting the feeling someone better be down there to meet them.
Yeah. Alright, guys, let's play this nice and cool. Captain's out of commission for the time being, that's alright. Lennon, you're with me, we're gonna greet him together. Landis, you're with me too.
You do not understand, humans. This ship should not be. The ship
What do you
was dedicated to Valen and sent to meet him where human words. This ship was sacrificed in the name of Valen to join him in the everlasting. It was fully complemented and sent into the hyperspace. The crew returned on a transport ship, but by all accounts, it has never been seen before. Since.
Is this a ghost ship or something?
It looks pretty real to me.
The
That's what I'm
ship
saying.
is very real, yes. But to run into it in normal space, it is inconceivable.
Well, Lennon, right now my only concern is they look like they could kick our ass. We're not gonna go up against it, and they're sending a cruiser over here.
Yes, while it is several hundred years old, it can still destroy this ship like it was a toy on a pond floating on its own.
Yeah, alright. Lennon, you're gonna be with us. Keep things cool. What do you suggest we do here?
Whatever it wants. We are in no position to have a fight with it.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're all in agreement with that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Cool.
But what
Keep
is
it
it
cool.
doing in Centauri space?
Landis, no instigating. Lannon, be cool. We're gonna rely on you a lot here. We'll be cool. Everything will be fine. We'll see how it goes.
Question I have: when they communicated us, was it visual communication or just audio?
Yeah, that's the next question I was wondering.
It was only audio.
Oh, boy.
Hmm.
I am just gonna. I'm just gonna turn to Lannon and I'm just gonna go. How do Minbari feel about scanners directed at ships?
Your human scanners couldn't do anything to detect us if we didn't want them to. I don't see why they would now, especially considering your ship has scanners equivalent to that of a telescope.
So they're not going to take insult if we try to take a look, then.
It is your heads that will be put in little trophies for the children, I suppose.
Well, here's the thing. We have their turrets where there's no reason for us to be in the bad, you know? We're just gonna play it cool. We'll figure out what they want, we'll go on from there. I don't think of this as a threat at the moment. But, in case shit goes bad, we should be prepared to... Can we do a hyper jump out of here? Can we get out of here ASAP? What are our escape options?
I think they probably shoot us before we even.
We have no.
All right, so then we're just cool.
Colonel, the hyperspace engines require several hours to recharge their capacitors before we can jump.
And we're out of fuel anyway, aren't we?
Yep.
Well, we can siphon fuel out of the Ferrero for one more jump.
All right.
But
That's plan
that
B.
will drain out the Ferrero completely.
That's plan B. I need you to prepare for that.
Yes, I have the slave on it, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Who said that now?
Miana,
You-
I'm guessing.
Who?
Miana?
I just look at her very coldly.
Yeah. Me and Fear would never use that term in front of the Gar. About the Gar.
Yep. I just look at her coldly and then turn around because we don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Doc,
Yes.
what's the captain's condition?
I like.
Out cold.
Yeah. Look at him. I slap him.
Yep, he's out. Actually, he wakes up, but he's delirious.
I'm just gonna go, Doctor, I don't think that's actually in the medical text, surely.
Are you a doctor?
No, but still.
All right then.
Right, listen, their
I'll take him to bed
ship
then.
their ship is cool. Here, let me help you carry him onto the med bay. We'll
Okay.
take care of him. You know, things will be alright. For right now, it's up to us then to see what this guy wants.
How long before their shuttle gets to us?
About 5 minutes.
Okay. So as we're walking, I'm assuming Landis is following us. No. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll be having to follow Malone there.
So I'm just gonna say, all right. If what Lennon says is true, there should be no Minbari on that ship. Then if they're not on that ship, and being that we only heard audio, I would assume that somebody may have found the ship.
Let's not make assumptions. We'll find out more information. Right now, we don't know nothing. We'll find out here in less than 3 minutes. We gotta meet them at our docking bay. Make sure that...
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Doctor. I mean, you're smarter than I am, so
No.
whatever you usually say is right.
No. You are, prime military. You have the tactics. It's just in previous works that I've done, having a plan B is always helpful.
Plan B is we get the heck out of here, we're getting the rest of our queue to transfer some fuel from the Ferrero, who's already messed up enough as it is. All right, we secure the captain. We go meet them at the docking bay. No, get up on some weapons just in case. Small pistols, nothing showy. Make no overt actions of aggression. But I just want to be on the safe side. I'm just gonna take a couple of knives that easily hideable. That's for plans. That's for Plan F. Everything's all foobar. That's when we go into that fact. All right, we all got our stuff to do. Let's get going. Let's go meet these fools.
Yeah.
Darius thinks back the last time he tried to use a knife, it didn't work that well.
Yeah.
But he goes anyway. Yep,
Yes.
Zadora, medbay.
Mhm.
Just shake my head at him. And I guess cargo compartment with our pistols and well, I have a knife.
Well, as you make your preparations, the Minbari flyer does make it your airlock. Now, who gathers at the airlock to greet and meet these people? All three of you.
Yep.
And Lennon.
Yeah.
And La.
And Lano, yep. We're gonna die, we're dying together.
Well, you are all floating in the 0G gravity well. Oh well, not gravity well, obviously. It's the and yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Environment, you mean?
Yes, indeed. In the docking area with the airlocks.
Yep.
And as the airlock opens up, there's a breeze of stale air and an emptiness within this Minbari flyer that greets you. An audio recording plays in Interlac. Step in.
Think they want us aboard.
I don't like this. This smells like a trap.
I don't think we got another choice. Come on.
Lennon glides in, and immediately as he passes the threshold between your ship and their ship, he lands on his 2 feet and walks in.
I'll go next.
All right.
Yeah, it is a weird feeling as you are not used to. Well, maybe Mr. Dr. Turner, who has been in Centauri space, where they do have gravitational technology at their disposal. But it is still a funny, weird feeling since it's Minbari style.
It's a wee bit smoother than our technology.
Oh yes, Landers also has some experience in Centauri technology, right?
I would tell Noah going from 0G to artificial gravity, just especially because of his injuries, just
Breathe.
breathe and try to keep take it easy if you can.
It's cool, Doc. This ain't my first rodeo.
Just from me,
You just had surgery, so
yeah.
take it easy.
Just from me, like kind of tasting the air. How I know you said stale, right?
Hmm.
But like, how stale are we talking about?
like-
Yeah.
Like a door hasn't been open in like 20 years still, or
Or are we opening a crib that's like 1,000 years old stale? You know?
Well, I'm pretty certain none of you have the ability to make the difference. But it is still.
All right, once
Unless
we
I
pass
check,
the
none of you
threshold,
have profession archaeology or tomb raiding.
well, no, I mean you can tell. I mean, there's a general knowledge. You can smell like the difference in stagnant air when you open a door, especially if it's a room that hasn't been open for.
It smells like
Smells like my
recycled
room.
air that has not been recycled anytime recently.
Okay.
Like the smell you have when you have these folded linens and you take them out of the cupboard and have been there like 2 years.
Okay.
That sort of.
they like that smell, like when you vacuum and it throws up all the dust into the air, and it smells kind of like wet dog a bit.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just liking Blinken's comment. Detect age of air skill. If anyone's ever played Dragon Age, they do have a perception check for based on smell,
Yes.
which I find hilarious.
Shoot, what happened?
Well, as soon as all four of you have entered the shuttle, the doors of the airlock close, and you feel the gentle nudge of the ship moving on its own.
Oh shit.
You see several empty seats around, and Lennon seems to be taking one of them and sitting down, well, crossing his arms over the chest and leaning back. This is unusual.
But it being unmanned or nobody here to greet us?
Usually they would have an escort in case we tried to take over the ship.
Guys, this is getting even more strange.
Alright, well right now we're in investigate and react mode. Let's just
He
see
actually
what
stands
happens.
up and walks to one of the walls and presses a button which opens doors. And on the other side, you see what appears to be a cockpit.
Like,
It is completely empty.
is there like any sign of like dust or anything?
No, there's some dust, but not enough that somebody would have lived here for a while.
You know how to fly this sucker, Lennon?
It is not in my basic training, but I do know the basic principles of it.
There's a whole bunch of lights and buttons and switches here.
Yes, it seems to
I
be
have no
operating
idea how this works.
automatically. The computer system seems to be running it. If we touch them, I cannot guarantee what are the end results, but I will do as commanded, obviously.
Well, let's find out where they're taking us. I'm just gonna sit back in this chair.
Yes.
Figure we got about 10 minutes.
You are looking through the viewports in the cockpit, and they seem to be taking you towards the war cruiser itself.
I'm just kind of stepping in behind Lennon in the cockpit just to look out the front viewing port there. And I'm just going, so how old is that ship there?
How old you said?
How old?
By my recollection, 400 years.
And
That's a long time.
And she's meant to be in hyperspace all that
Yes.
time. She's in good condition.
The Charlene class was built to be the strongest ship in the galaxy. Second only to Warlord, obviously.
As soon as we like dock, I am going to ready my PPG. Just have. I'm not going to like. Just have it ready.
I'm just looking at, and I'm just going. Just when I'm looking at the Charlene there, is there any like obvious damage, or does it look like it's brand new, or is it?
That's a good question. I do believe that is a call for a check. It's called mechanics.
Yep.
Go with intellect as it is part of your persuasion. And then perception. Not persuasion. My bad.
Thank goodness I am a mechanic.
You can do it.
Intelligence, you said?
Yes, I do believe so.
Modifier. 6.
Well, lucky for you, the check is a rather easy one.
Yeah.
So as you are looking at it, you start noticing some parts where the edges are unusually jagged, while the Minbari seem to be preferring the smooth
Yeah.
and easy curves. Some portions of the ship are unusually jagged. Well, as I said,
I'm just going to
showing
point
you
out.
signs of some wear and tear.
I'm just
Scratches.
gonna, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna as I'm looking at it, I'm just gonna kind of point that out to Lan, and I'm just going, yeah, look, looks like there has been some damage to the ship.
You are correct. I did not see that originally.
Well, I
Then
seen some
again, I
action.
am not a warship personnel. I am a ground trooper by training.
Takes a lot to if your armor's anything like ours, it takes a lot to even put a mark on it. So I don't want to know what did that to it.
Anything like yours, more like is yours anything like ours.
Oh,
Nah.
I'd be surprised.
We're approaching
Trying
it.
to be the big child of the village, I suppose. Now, are there any other questions you wish to ask of me, Centauri?
Nothing I'm seeing at the moment. Where? How close? The high for that type of class. Do you know how close the main hangar to your command center it would be?
As I said, I'm not a ship crew type. I am a ground soldier. All I know is the route from the hangar bay to the bunks and the mess hall, if you must know.
Okay.
It is a great shame that I have not memorized the Charling class blueprints by heart.
Yeah, dude, it's 400 years old, man. Cut him some slack, all right? Look at this. Look at the size of the thing. We're approaching it. It's huge. In a few minutes here, we're gonna be on the inside.
And what makes it even more impressive is the fact that the Charling class is taller and it's longer. By
And
a
what?
great margin. The Charling class is a tall ship. It's there's a picture of it in the announcements. But I suppose I should probably make a picture of it available somewhere for other viewers as well.
Yeah.
So let me post it in the chat. Haha. Or better yet, I should actually put it on the screen somewhere.
I'm just looking. I'm just going. Yeah. Thank goodness they're taking this to the center. I wouldn't want to be walking up the entire flight of this thing.
I do have a question for Lennon. From the minute they called to this current point, has this been against standard Minbari protocols?
Yes.
Okay. I look around, so I suggest that we all ready our weapons, because either, as long as we don't shoot first, we should be fine. But in case whatever's beyond these doors isn't friendly, we at least should, be somewhat prepared.
Oh, there's this warship sailing over there. Just gonna.
Well, on the
Yes.
face, there's no good spot.
Where to go?
Ah. There it
All
is.
right.
Now. What a horrible place to put it in. Anyway,
Let's try not shooting everybody on the first round. Let's see what's going on. But yeah, let's be on our best lookout. Get shit ready just in case things go bad. Us four are not gonna take out this entire warship from just land from the docking bay.
This is true, but we're assuming there could be just as many of us as them. Like, how many people are required to operate
Something this big, it's probably in the hundreds.
thousands is the standard complements, but skeleton crews hundreds.
Okay. So in order to fly the ship, like if you just flying the ship without really a lot of need for maintenance, how many people do you need?
Well, it would be an uneducated guess, but I would say 100.
Okay, so at least 100 people on the ship.
Yes.
Worst case times.
We just came back from a failed mission where we went up against a small squad. This is a whole warship. I'm just saying, let's not shoot first, okay, guys? Let's be cool as long as possible.
Yes.
Diplomatic, cool. I don't want to risk any of our lives here. More importantly, I don't want to risk the crew that we left behind.
Very true.
Don't start any fights, and that includes you, Lanon. You
I
be on
would
your best
not.
behavior.
A Minbari does not kill a Minbari.
But if they're not okay, that's a good thing to say. But if we open these doors and there are no Minbari, they're just some random aliens who have taken over a ship that is very important to your culture, what would you do?
I would put them down and out of their misery.
Okay, so don't do that until we have all the information. That's what we're asking. Both spectrums, we have to look at both. Unfortunately,
If they wanted to start a fight, they would have blown us out of the sky.
True.
Yeah, good point, good point. Hey, we're coming up now. I can feel as we're getting closer to docking. Be on the lookout. Get your shit ready to go.
Yes. The massive hangar bay forms around you as the ship glides in, and the docking bay turns from the darkness of the space into the lightness of the docking hangar. You land on its bottom, and there's still not a soul in sight.
So
The
this is what we're
doors to the
doing.
outside space close.
I want to go like this, like just randomly throughout the room to make sure there's no weird techno mages, like trying to be invisible.
Just out of curiosity, the hangar bay we're in, is it empty or is there the fighters?
Zim, roll me an intellect check with recon.
And like check with what?
A recon
Do it.
check with intellect.
Okay. Recon.
Do you find any stray techno mages?
Roll 2 natural
I
sixes.
rolled a 2. That's a 3 and a 1 with a -2.
You end up groping Lennon by mistake.
Roll to touch.
So I just say, hey man, just trying to keep you loose, and I walk away.
Well, to be honest, he is quite firm.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. Then I walk away still, very quickly.
I'm just like going. I'm just like looking and I'm going. "Alright, I don't understand these humans sometimes.
I do not understand these humans ever.
Oh,
Such weird.
my ones, they're back.
Always.
Now, the doors of the doors of the Minbari shuttle open up, and there's the empty hangar bay waiting for you.
Okay. I have my guns out, ready. I don't care what the other ones do, but I'm ready.
I walk out boldly, chest puffed out. All right, we're here. What do you want from us?
As Noah speaks, a doorway opens up, leading deeper into the ship, and within steps forward a single figure. It seems to have shoulders that reach up to its head, and above its head seeming oddly it is elongated with a long neck and a single eye in front of it, clad in a long skirt-like cape that goes all the way down to the floor, and it seems to glide over over the threshold of the doorway. And there's a voice that says to you, I am Valeria. Welcome to the Charlene.
Well, shoot, I was expecting Minbari. What the heck are you?
Is that a Vorlon?
It might
Yes,
be.
your people call me, or us, Warlon.
Wine Colonel Malone. This is Dr. Derek Turner, Landis Cordis, and Lannon, Minbari representative.
That
Well met.
as you gaze towards Lannon, he's on his knee,
Oh, shit.
like in rather religious sort of posture.
I'm like, it is. Are they important?
When you ask that, the head portion of the Warlon shifts up, and you see a literal angel in front of you.
What?
Then there's a flash of light, and the angel is gone, and the encounter suit of the Warlon moves again. You may stand now, faithful. Please come in. It has been a while since I have had company on my voyage.
I put my gun away.
Well, Valera, well met.
Valeria.
Valeria, well met to you. We come in peace.
You are awfully heavily armed for a peaceful mission. I'll give you that.
Precaution, apologies.
When you get confronted by a 400-year-old Minbari vessel that is not supposed to be in normal space, it makes you a little bit angsty.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to be? Curious.
We weren't sure what was gonna happen. Apologies if we've offended. I don't even know. You're the first of the kind of your kind I've ever met. What can we do? What do you need of us?
Some company would be a start. As I asked, would you follow me to a more comfortable quarters, where you may rest and tell me all that you are doing, and all that has happened in the galaxy while I was away.
Yeah, sure. We could talk. We're good talkers, right, folks? We're good talkers. Well met, sure. Okay.
And the encounter suit does 180 and begins to glide away from you to deep into the ship. Lennon stands up, looks at you like
Yeah.
he's almost snapping his neck in half.
Yeah. We move to follow, obviously.
It takes a while. While as you follow the shape through the corridors, those of you with mechanical understanding notice that a lot of these parts of the ship have not been that well maintained. There's dust and there's dirt. There's even blood stains around that have not been cleaned. But then you reach what appears to be a boudoir, not boudoir, but a sitting room, yes. This one is almost immaculately taken care of. There's soft cushions for chairs, mostly Minbari style ornamentation, and apparently what you would describe as a tea kettle, but in crystalline form. And the encounter suit turns to you, and a light flashes in its chest as it speaks once more. Please, sit down and tell me what brings you over.
Well, first off, this is a nice ship. Had it long?
Yes, it has been some 400 Minbari years.
Well, as for your question, we're travelers. Our ship is small. Our crew is mixed. Many alien races working together in harmony. We're on our way to Minbari airspace to refuel and resupply. And that's how we met you. You'll excuse my nervousness. I've only heard tales of your kind, and seeing you up close, it's I'm not. They should have sent a poet. I'm bad at words. Sorry.
But you speak of the heart, which is a quality of a poet. And I do believe I am not your traditional Woolen. My kind is most obsessed over the coming war. Myself, I do not feel like being one of them. Not anymore. Not since the last war, at least.
War? What war?
The Great War, of course. The war... No, I shouldn't be talking about it too much. It would spoil it for the rest of them. But your friend, Lannon, was it? Might be able to tell you more if you ask nicely. However, how are things? I do believe the last I saw your kind was when you were still building those lovely rock things at castles?
If you mean humanity, we got the technology to reach deep space. The Centauri, they came down. We found out we were not alone in the universe after all. We thought the Centauri to be long lost kill.
Yeah. There's no need to go into the details of that, Malone.
Please do. I would love to hear about it.
Honest mistake, topographical error. We believe that their home world was Beta 9, but it turned out it was Beta 12 all along. And with us looking alike, we actually thought they were a lost colony there. Very embarrassing for everyone involved when we realized our mistake there.
From inside, from underneath the cape comes these two arms that take a teapot and pour into a crystalline cup. So some drinks for all four of you. Most amusing.
I sniffed the tea.
Weird. It smells like crystalline somehow, and it's mixed in with herbal scent that you are uncertain about.
400-year-old tea. No thanks.
I'm just gonna.
Cheers.
I'm gonna just take the cup and just bow and just take a sip.
Yes. As you can imagine, the taste is horrible. It is the worst arguably the worst thing you have ever drunk on purpose.
An acquired taste, I say. Mm.
But it does have a side effect of making you feel a lot less anxious. Calmer and more composed. Meanwhile, the Warlon, or Valeria, seems to sit down, which seems odd considering the cape folding on the cushion. But why did you come out of hyperspace here? There's no Minbari ports anywhere nearby. Wait, you did not tell me we were going to Minbar?
I am gonna slap Zador one day.
I would just say it was need to know, and he didn't need to know.
Yeah, there was a change of route, Lannon.
Just tell the truth, man. Somebody asked us to come here.
Yeah.
Drop 'em off, that's all.
Yeah.
We were, we needed supplies, we needed shelter, resupply, and refuel, and somebody asked us to, hey, somebody in our crew asked us to stop at this location for a drop-off. That is the reason why.
Oh, I see. Oh.
I have no other answer besides that.
Well,
They
if
said, hey,
it
please
is
drop us off here.
if it is fuel you require, I'm more than happy to provide you with some. Your ship seems small enough to survive with a mere dose. Well, then again, is my fuel compatible with your ship? What does your ship use for fuel?
I'm a doctor.
The correct answer is hydrogen.
Yeah. It's a normal fusion reactor. It's a hydrogen. The last time I checked.
A gas,
There's a
compressed
good old
gas.
H. Or was it heroin? No, well, one or the other.
Oh, well, yeah, that'd be fantastic. That'd be great. Hopefully it'll be compatible. Sure, yeah. H is good. I'm sorry. I just can't. I heard the strangest things about you Volans, and seeing you in person it's
Yes.
just overwhelming.
Do not expect my kind to be as accommodating as I am. There is a reason why I am no longer with the rest of the Empire.
Yes. Accommodating, I think, if I remember some of his stories, is we've sent numerous attempts at communication, and all we got was the equivalent to 2 words: stay away.
That does sound like them.
I mean, we all know Ambassador Kosh is on B5, right? So,
And then it's like, and when we've asked for
of course, is out in public. That has been a while.
yeah, he's on a station called Babylon 5.
Babylon 5? Oh yes, Valen did mention Babylon 5.
We've us humans have taken it upon ourselves now that we know that we're not alone in the universe and after a misunderstanding with the Minbari that led to a small war, we decided to look for peace and strength in numbers and
Oh yes.
form a
yes,
sort of a station, a place where we can all meet together and discuss and do trade and find peaceful solutions for things. Move forward.
Yeah,
Yes,
This is
Valen did
attempt
mention that
number
he was
5.
quite fond of the station.
Hold on. Phelan. Phelan.
Oh, I seem to have spoken out of turn. My bad.
What?
Now, yes, you must be wondering what I am doing here. Well,
Yes.
back, well, after the war, I was feeling a bit down, you would say, with how the war went and all the casualties and so. And and I tried to convince my brethren that it was time to change, time to do things differently before the next war. But as usual, no one would listen. Instead, I found a few friends with them in Bari, and when they developed the Sharling class, I possibly may have asked them to sacrifice one of their ships to Wayland and was inside of it. And I've been using Sharling ever since as my personal getaway from the Empire.
Are you alone on this ship?
No, for now, yes. I've had a few friends among the years, few hitchhikers, poor souls who have been lost and needing guidance. It's
I want to
been
see if they're lying.
10 years since I last had someone here. I'm sorry,
Oh.
what did you say?
I want to see if they're lying.
You want to see if
You're
he's
gonna-
if
I
Valeria
want to
is
see if they're
lying.
lying.
You want to insight check a fucking Warlon for
Yes.
reals?
Go
Yes.
ahead. Go ahead. Insight check it. It's deception with intelligence. Go.
With intellect?
You're going to get
Intellect,
the reply. There is no insight check.
I love it. Let's do it.
You said deception? With
Yes,
intellect?
deception is used for insight. The see-through deception.
10.
Could you imagine if the Forhorn starts like doing Yoda answers to him?
If you roll 187, you might make it work.
You deem impossible to get. You feel it impossible to gauge the genuine feelings, considering it's all coming through a translation unit that is speaking through a speaker.
Okay. Hey, Derek's agnostic, so the fact that he saw angels was like something's weird here. So, but okay.
Now, well, it has been lovely talking with you, but you did require some fuel for your ship, yes? Well,
Yeah.
I will have the computer have a transfer over to yours. The shuttle will be doing that, but in the meantime, do feel welcome browsing around. Perhaps you can find a memento or two to take with you.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool.
But I do need to get to the computer core for a bit. Feel free to relax. I will return shortly. And Valeria stands up and begins to glide out of the room, leaving you four on your own devices.
What the fuck?
I don't trust him.
Dude, I heard that underneath that suit, there's like this little tiny mouse guy, like about this big, that lives inside the skull, and his head opens up, and it's real. But
You
Okay, that's a good
humans
question.
are odd.
I have a question, and this is just a scientific out of study. So I point. So, you, Malone, what did you see? Facial appearance, all of it. What did you see?
it was like this flash of bright light, like looking at heaven. And at the center was this little silhouetted figure. I couldn't make out any details, but in my what I saw, I felt warmth and wonder and peace and wonder. Like, wow.
What did you see, Landis?
Something I wasn't expecting to see.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah.
You've seen some of the figurines of our gods.
Yes.
Yeah, you can think about our think about the ones for our fertility gods. You might get the picture.
Okay, and Lananon, what did you see?
I saw Valeria, of course.
Okay, like description, like did they look Minbari? Did they look human? Did they have 5 eyes and tentacles?
I do not see what Hughes saw, but it was one with a Minbari crest, with a pair of wings and the body of a Minbari.
So the
The
fact that
perfect,
all
the perfect representation of Valeria I've ever saw one.
so
But
And
you
before
all
you
saw
ask, Valeria is the goddess of life we served before the time of Valen. There, I suppose there are still some sects that do continue the worship.
See, this is what bothers me is the fact that we all saw something vastly different, and whatever that this alien species is has chosen to emulate some type of religious icon, at least for the 3 of you.
What did you see, Dr. Turner?
I saw what colloquially they would assume what an angel would appear to a human. But I don't believe in angels, so
You don't have to
Well,
believe.
you believe in aliens. You believe in Vorlons.
I believe in scientific proof. But the fact that this thing somehow can change the visual cues it has depending on the species that it interacts with is not something I trust. You saw Minbari, you saw Centauri, fertility goddess, you saw angels.
And that speaks of telepathy. Very powerful telepathy.
Exactly. I mean,
Okay.
I don't hate the player, but I feel like we're being played.
To what ends? You just want some company. I mean, if his story holds true, been out here for 400 years.
Vorlons are no. Let's
Also,
put-
whoa. F all that. What was this about a war? Lennon, what is he talking about?
It was a great war that soon after soon after the Minbari managed to get into the space. There was a great war between some ancient evil, and we were saved by Valen when he appeared, and with the help of the Warlon, we defeated the great evil and throw it back to where it came from.
How long ago was this?
1,000 years, give or take.
He's Valeria. I mean, seemed to think that they're coming back. What this great war is coming again.
Prophecy is the purview of the religious caste, but one of the great ones set down by Valen was that the evil would return in 1,000 years. I do suppose that would mean around now. But there's been no signs of such things, so I doubt it.
Listen, that techno mage wanted us to come here, and we get here and we find Vorlon. I don't know what to make of any of this. Doc, you obviously...
Wait,
You're smarter than any of this, so...
what techno-mage?
You didn't know about the Technomage.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
What are you hiding from me, humans? And he steps forward to grab Malone by the chest. Like, you have been consulting with technomages behind my back. I should have you got it.
I mean, technically, aren't you supposed to be indebted to us because
Hey,
somebody in your power government said so?
so Lannon, this isn't the place or the time to be talking about this.
Yeah.
We're in a situation way past
No,
this.
it is not. The time and place for this would have been about 5 seconds after you dealt with some techno-mages. Just because somebody in the government said that I am in your debt doesn't mean I appreciate not being told the situation at hand.
Okay, let's put this in military terms. Technically, we outrank you on the ship, so we don't have to tell you anything, correct? That would be a nicety. But with your reaction, apparently we chose the right course. But anyway, let's talk about Great War. And magical mind melding Vorlons.
The only reason I am not is for respect for Valeria. Never been much for religious ways, but seeing one's god has a tendency to make one religious. Now, what do you wish of me, human?
Unhand Malone first.
Already did.
The question is what is the real reason we're here? You've been traveling for 400 years wherever you want. You can go and talk to whoever you want, apparently. There's very few ships out there that could combat the firepower of this ship. Why stop us? And you're not gonna tell me I'm because I was lonely.
No, we're talking to Lannon, not.
Yeah.
No, what I'm asking is like, why? That's your group. Why? You're not just telling me because I'm lonely.
Right.
Is the reason why I stopped a random small podunk ship in the middle of nowhere.
Who knows when it comes to Warland? They are odd, even compared to humans.
Never. What was that old phrase? Yes. Never try to figure out a forlorn. Eternity won't reveal their secrets.
Okay.
Okay, I get the sense that you're very untrusting of this whole situation. I get that this is strange, and I'm not doing whatever this guy says, but from what I've heard of the Vorlon, we're like ants in comparison to power with them. If they wanna invite us onto the ship and have some nice words, we're gonna let him, because the alternative is he turns us into dust. And Lannon, I'm sorry that we didn't tell you earlier, but this fact is, we were in a tough situation. Technomage somehow communicated with us to come meet here at this exact spot. We came here at this exact spot, and we are meeting up with this Vorlon.
I try
I
to walk
am
out of the
just a
room.
simple human being. I don't know anything about techno mages or Vorlons or what problems you have with techno mages. I don't know what this whole situation's about. I'm just here along for the ride, trying to figure shit out, just as you are. Oh,
Meanwhile, outside of the room, Dr. Turner finds himself in a corridor. That is eerily quiet. The only sounds he can hear in here are the ones coming through the doorway of the discussion between Malone and Lannon. What does he do?
I walk down the hall and I just start searching the ship.
Looking for something in particular?
I don't believe that even okay, my character does not believe that an all-powerful alien just stops randomly and says, "Hey, I'm lonely, come hang out with me." So I'm just searching to see if I find anything.
Come into our van. I have candy in my windowless van,
That's
please.
exactly what that is. It's stranger danger right there. I need to go. I'm searching to see if I find anything suspicious about this ship.
Rightio. Give me a good search roll. I do believe investigate is in order.
Investigate intellect.
Yes.
Okay. 10.
All right. So the doctor vanishes into the deep ends of the ship while you are in deep conversation with Lennon, trying to convince him that you did the right thing.
Did anybody notice I left? Oh, they're just too busy talking to each other.
We don't even notice you're gone, dude. I'm in a heated argument with this fool.
I'm literally just in the corner. I'm just shaking my head. I can't be arsed with this because I really didn't make the decision myself there. I was too pissed with what happened, so I'm not even.
You didn't say no, though. We're in a group thing. We said we're gonna come here, we're gonna do the thing. You made a decision, too. Don't try to slip out of.
We're having this argument back and forth. Go cut back to Turner. I want to see what happens here.
Really?
Yeah, that argument is lasting for a while, but meanwhile, Dr. Turner is sneaking about the ship, sleuthing.
Yes, stealthily.
Yeah, he finds a few rooms that seem to have somebody living in them some time ago, but they have been abandoned for a while. Mm-hmm. Finds what appears to have been some sort of a storage room, mostly filled with empty crates now. And behind the storage room there is what you could only describe as a hidden storage room. And in it, on display, several mummified remains of various aliens.
Fuck me. That's exactly what I say out loud. Fuck me.
And just behind you, Valeria goes, sideways. Sorry, I'm joking.
Is there any way to ascertain if I know what any of these aliens are? Like okay.
I don't
looks
know, education.
It may be education?
Yes.
Straight education?
Yes. Just well, you have xenobiology, so add that.
Okay. Yeah, xenobiology. 12.
Oh. You do recognize some of them as the more distant species of the galaxy. Some of them have been seen in human space. But a lot of them are completely unknown even to your extensive knowledge of the Xeno. Out of the 20 in this room, you recognize 3.
I'm lonely. I just want friends. Fuck that shit. I try to. Oh, yes. I try to quietly make my way back to the viewing room or the you're about to be
Sitting room.
mummified sitting room.
And I mean, there was still arguing like, we were in a tough situation and there was no other way around. This was the best course of action. I don't care what anybody said. The captain said something, we do it. He made a choice and we all agreed with it.
And the choice was not to tell me.
I don't know if it was a choice or not a choice. You just weren't
How
there.
am I supposed to be protecting you when you don't even tell me about the dangers?
What's the big deal anyways with this technomage? What do you care? You got some beef again? You don't even know who this guy is. I don't even know who this guy is.
I could have given you my extensive knowledge on the matter of technomages, and you could have dealt with my advice instead of having to
Last
deal
time
with it.
we ran across you and a technomage, you were trying to kill each other, and we stopped that from happening. Your first answer is open violence.
Unfortunately.
Oh, where? Hey, Doc, where'd you go?
He stormed out, didn't you notice?
No. This has been a very weird day, and too much stuff is happening. Landon, look, I'm sorry, okay? I made a mistake. It won't happen again. You are part of our crew now, and obviously we're getting into some weird shit, and we need to rely on you the same way that you need to rely on us. And I promise, from this point forward, we'll keep you better informed, okay? Will you accept my apology?
I will accept your apology, but I will not forget.
Fair enough. Best I could ask for. Doc, what'd you find?
Oh, did I walk back in already?
Apparently.
Okay.
The fight has been lasting for so long, they didn't even notice you were gone.
So, I did a little poking around. I did find that there were other things on board.
You mean you found bodies?
You have about 20 from various species.
Did you notice the blood stains?
Yes, but they're all mummified corpses. Not all Mimbari.
So,
Well,
like
not many
400,
Mimbari.
There's
like 400 years old or something?
there's damage to the ship there.
Okay, let's think about this. Okay, what you're saying. This is a Mimbari ship. How often have you known Mimbari just to have a big, just racially diverse crew?
Never.
Man,
Okay, so there's 20 bodies from various species, not Mimbari, some that we've seen. Like, it's basically like going on Babylon 5 and seeing a bunch of mummified corpses.
The Minbari Federation does have several protectorates around its borders. There are more than 20 species, I'm
But
sure.
would they
of
be
it.
on this ship?
Well, there must be an explanation for it.
Yeah, your god is out there bringing friends aboard and mummifying them.
Doc,
Or
let's
eating
not
them.
jump to conclusions. I'm sure there's a simple explanation for this. So far, this guy's been nothing but nice to us, and
I'm pretty sure the last time one of you guys said that to me, like point to Landis, I got shot or stabbed. I can't remember.
I'm blown up.
And blown up. Exactly. It should be simple. It should be easy. I've almost died at least 3 times since I've joined this group.
all right, Doc, what do you suggest we do then? Get the heck out of here.
This is a very powerful ship. I'm pretty sure the minute we try to leave, they will probably blow us up. Because if you're just looking for friends and you're a superior firepower ship, why would you need to have weapons locked on you?
For protection, why do we have weapons on our ship? We're not out looking for a fight.
Weapons locked. Weapons locked. They had the weapons locked on us, ready to fire in case we didn't do what they wanted.
When Barry ships always, when they first see a ship, they always have their
Borlon, not Minbari. You guys are saying things that are negating each other.
Have you considered where did they learn that practice from?
Huck, I don't know nothing about nothing, so you're the expert here. I'll tell you
Okay.
what. You get the commands. I'll do whatever you say. What do you think is best is good?
Yes, leave the doctor in charge of military operations.
You know what, Leonard? Do you want to be? Would you like to be in charge in this little excursion?
Let me go down to the hangar bay and I'll have a look over the shuttle.
Because if your god tries to kill us right now, are you going to stop it?
Don't go by yourself. Let's think of one rule number one. Let's not leave individually. Let's not go off on our own again. If
Yes.
what you say is true and we should be careful, let's stick together as a group. Agreed on that?
Agreed.
All right.
I could
If
be
you
wrong.
insist, I can give you the commands, but I doubt you will follow them. You seem like the suspicious sort.
I would say if we're walking out, as like we're walking, I'm going to pull Landis back, and I'm going to look at him and say, while you have very stupid ideas, you're usually very pragmatic. What the fuck? There's literally mummified corpses in a secret compartment on the ship. And you're saying we could have had it or never.
No. The ship's taking damage. Let's double check and see what this damage is.
Yes. Okay. It could have been from it. Could from him. Them. They. I don't know.
So you found out about the damage, eh? And as you hear the voice, there is a bald man with a goatee next to you. Did you find the corpses yet?
I'm just looking, I'm going, I'm an ex-naval officer. I could see that as clean as day. My bar ships aren't jagged like that.
Yes.
Am I correct in assuming that this is Space Techno Mage is here on the ship now too?
Yes.
Yeah, of course he is.
He
course
is
he
there,
is.
but since he's not seen by Malone or the Lannon,
Yeah.
you probably are not aware of his existence.
This is like as we were walking out to go to the hangar bay.
No. The reason why someone would have a warship, Doctor, is they're going to war.
Yes, I quite do agree.
Yes, war, which is understandable. I understand that. But who keeps mummified corpses in a secret compartment in their closet?
A madman, that is who. And
That's
I
all
do
I'm
need
saying.
your help to disable the ship.
Do you techno mages know more about the Forlorn than?
Ah yes. This one has been capturing aliens at the galactic edge for centuries now. About time we finally caught up to him.
But why?
No. Who knows about the Warden? All I
fucking
know is
crazy.
I've lost a few friends to him.
Hold on. They're talking about. Landon was talking about the war is going to be coming back,
Mm. Well,
and Valeria was talking about how. What was that word? It is what she's planning on doing would upset them. Is she going to do something that's going to upset her people?
Well, I don't really know about that. All I know that she must be stopped before she abducts any more innocents.
Look, I understand what you're saying about the war, but I feel like the biggest concern we have right now is that we have a body collecting powerful alien and we're stuck on their ship.
Yes, and I,
You
as
are
I
worried
was
about the
trying to
wrong
tell
thing at the
you,
wrong time.
I need your help to disable the ship so you can escape, and I can get what I am after. Stopping.
What?
Wait, what are you after?
Yeah, what
I
are
told
you?
you, stopping him. Also to get back my beloved, but that's a side plot.
Right.
Okay, so just so I
I'm
get
pretty
this
sure
clear,
her corpse is somewhere around here, but
just
Oh, so you
meanwhile,
want the okay corpse? I know where those are.
you do?
At least some. At least some.
Yeah, he's
well.
found 20 of them at least, he said.
I would suppose that amounts to a percentage of what he's stolen.
okay, Doc. You were right. My bad. You were right. I should have trusted you from the get-go. I don't make the decisions. You just point me where to fire, and I fire.
And
okay?
you would believe this techno mage over a Warren?
Would you believe the person who saw 20 mummified corpses?
Well, I have not seen a single mummified corpse.
Doctor, show our dear Minbari friend the corpses and you might shut up.
I take me towards the corpses, but as we're walking, I say, you know what? If I'm a crazy psycho alien who's been collecting bodies, I would probably have some way to move the bodies if the people I'm going to kill find out. But let's go and hope that we get the jump on them.
Likely excuses.
Come on.
This time now, I'm going to pull out. You know, this time I'm getting more prepped. All right. Let's go let's go investigate this further then. Let's figure out this mystery. Go show us what you saw.
Is the mage walking behind us or he's walking to our side? Yeah.
Oh, hello, London. Well, I need to get going before the wall gets back. If he sees me, there's nothing good about it. But try to keep him engaged for long enough for me to disable the ship. If he's out and about, he can stop me.
Stop. I want to do a medical check on the 3 people who drank the weird ass tea to make sure they're not about to go comatose on me in like 10 seconds.
My eyes are kind of diluted. Go for it.
I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm feeling lightheaded now.
Yes. Can I make that roll?
Something on me, in me.
I hope not, but we're gonna check.
This is an excellent point for a 10-minute break, people.
Foxy keeps on meowing like crazy. Stop it, craziness.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a break. I'll see you back in about 10 minutes. So stay frosty and stay foxy.
From
Yeah, just one
okay.
moment, please.
Oh, too late. We're all ready.
Not full of food.
Oh, it appears we're gonna have to wait for Malone to munch up a donut. Oh. And
John's mom.
John's mom. Well, ladies and gentlemen, John's mom, say hi.
Hey, this is role playing, authentic. People walking in when you're trying to play.
Exactly.
Authentic role playing.
You
right there.
can't get more authentic role playing than we do give you, because we are actually in our own homes instead of a fancy studio. I wish we had a fancy studio and a budget with several zeros in it. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
we do have a budget with several zeros in it. I do wish there was a number before the zeros.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll go down and pick up.
Oh, it's a great mom, dear. That's a
Great
good
mom.
one, folks.
I like that. Yeah, that's funny.
That is a good one. That is a good one. So, I hope the audience has been liking the body snatcher incident.
They say they have. They think it's interesting. Ah, man. Goddamn.
Great Mum D, damn it.
That's a good one. We like it.
Alright, hold on. Let me just lower the volume on my end so I'm not shouting and keeping my mum awake.
Right. So, are you prepared to carry on with the case
Yeah.
of the body snatcher?
Sure. That's
I am sure there's a perfectly innocent explanation for this.
There definitely is. You can count on it. Right. Let's get the serious face back on.
Yep.
Right. As we were left off, the party was discussing with the techno mage, who suddenly just goes away, leaves you to your own devices.
And you were checking to see if we're drugged.
And as you are walking towards the corpse depository, Valeria appears in front of you from behind a corner and stops, speaking to you. Ah, you have begun your exploration of the ship. Hope everything is in order.
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Fleur, do you mind if I talk to you? I think me and Malone have some questions we just want to talk to you about. Just
No,
Yeah.
please,
Talking,
do ask.
talking's good.
What is it, young Centauri?
just I want to ask. It's just I want to clarify a wee bit of my people's history. There.
Your people's history? Oh, I do not believe that was one of my specialties, though. Yes, I will
No,
do my best to answer any questions you have.
Because the period you're talking about when you mentioned this war, that we were still really in our home, or just maybe just starting to explore, but afterwards, that's when we expanded and we came across a lot of ruins. We're talking countless civilizations appear to have been wiped out.
Yes, there have been countless civilizations that have come and gone, lost to disease, war, and hubris, among other things. There are several reasons for a civilization to die out.
Yes, but some of the ones that we came across had appeared to be quite powerful, or maybe in their prime, and then by the kind of time period you're talking about, they disappeared or suffered some sort of reverse. Are you saying this war these civilizations were victims to this war?
Well, civilizations are lost. There are various reasons, like the Zone, that were killed by the Centauri before they could reach their prime. Some are destroyed by other species, like the Dilgari invaded but destroyed in the end. There are various reasons. It depends on the specific civilization, what happened to it.
Yeah.
I cannot say I have seen the rise and fall of every civilization in the galaxy there.
No.
I've seen several, but my interest was always with the Minbari. I was assigned as their caretaker in the early days.
You're the babysitter for the Membari?
Well, there is a reason why they worship Valeria as the goddess of light and order.
And would I be correct in assuming one of your kind was assigned to the Centauri?
I would assume as much, yes. But I do believe we found Centauri to be too proud of a species to work with in the end.
Because when I look at you, you make the visage I see is more reminiscent of Lee there.
No, well, I do suppose that is a compliment, if I ever heard one. Then again, you do not have a shape for the Great Maker, which would be the only higher praise I could think of. Now, if you excuse me, there seems to be a problem with the subsection. I must get on to repairing that one.
You know, I feel, you know, I'm curious too. Don't leave just yet, you know.
Or we can walk with you and talk at the same time.
Yeah, like humans, you know. Do you know a lot of humans?
Not in particular, but I have been to Earth, yes.
You've been to Earth?
Yes. I met this wonderful lady. I do believe her name was Joan.
Joan?
Of Arc?
That sounds like a silly name, but she was a lovely lass. I told her about morality and a few other how to make right from wrong before I had to leave to the Minbari were building the ship, and I had to leave before they sacrificed it to Valen.
You know that got her killed, right?
What did?
I guess seeing you made her really faithful, and they thought she was a witch and killed her.
That sounds right.
I mean, that's like a Cliff Notes version, but pretty much it.
Yeah, but didn't she also lead a successful army?
Yeah. I mean, still was burned at the stake.
Well, it's a common tactic our emperors did. If you're too successful military, you need to either become the emperor or the emperor gets rid of you.
We were heathens back then, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, we've come a long way. We don't no longer just, you know, immediately string and burn the female of our kind just because they say smart and weird shit.
Yes, that is a definite improvement in the civilization level of your society. You are still far away from being truly enlightened, but you are making your progress towards it. Not as close as the Minbari are, obviously.
No, I'm sure they've been at it longer than we have. I mean, we've only really been at it about 2,500 years. I mean, we're still early in our civilization.
By my judgment, you've been on this path of civilization for at least 10,000 years by now. 12, maybe? It's a rare opportunity to visit Earth, as you call it.
Yeah.
Well, we were just there recently. It's really nice now. It's a bit overcrowded, though. I mean, and to be honest, I mean, the people still suck, though. But they're still, good, bad.
The first step of space colonization is usually the overcrowdedness of the home world. It is just too bad that the next war is soon coming. Now, I really must go. There seems to be some larger fault going on in the subsystems.
Whoa. This war thing that you're talking about, I mean, that's gotten us really concerned here. I mean, is it gonna be like a big war, or is it gonna be bad for the humans and for the Centauri and the Minbari? Is that what you're doing here?
When I do speak of the Great War, the word great is there on purpose. There's not much details I can give without putting you all in danger. But rest assured, you better stay out of it if you can.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I hadn't even heard of this great war that's coming or that happened, so that's fine with me. Is there something that we can do? How far away is it? How bad is it gonna be?
The Great War will come to you when it happens. And then the lights flicker and the ship goes dark. And the Warland's own light goes brighter and goes, "You have been delaying me. On purpose."
I have no clue what you're talking about.
After all the friendship I've shown you, you choose to betray me.
We were just asking questions. What are you talking about?
You brought their technology into my ship. You have been tainted by the evil. And there's flares of light coming from Valeria's shoulders.
I start backing away. They start backing away. Taking out my gun and aiming down the hallway. That way. They're in her direction. They're in his direction.
I'm just slowly, hands out, just like walking, and I'm going,
Listen, buddy, I may not know what you're talking about. Peace. We came in peace. We told you that. You gave us some gas, and we said, "Cool, we'll talk to you for a bit."
I will deal with you later. And doors lights closed behind and in front of you, leaving you into the corridor.
Shit,
Alone.
gig is up. All right, the gig is up. What do we do?
We need to get off the ship while it's powered down, so we don't get shot.
Well, which way's the way out?
Very good question. I do want to do a medical check of my friends to make sure they weren't fed some
Yeah, sure.
poison tea.
I thought you did that earlier.
No, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about that during the break.
I was on mute when I was reminding you. That's what it was.
yeah.
That is a 16.
That's enough for all of them.
Okay.
You don't find any sort of negative effects on their physiology from the tea.
The
Alright.
negative effect
As
on
a
the
side of slight bowel in the irritation.
It's like, all right, you guys seem okay. You might have a little bit of diarrhea later, but
what?
that's another times problem. You drink bad tea, that's what happens, guy. All right. We need to get out of here fast.
All right, hang on. We took we went 400 paces this way, right around the corner, turn around here. I think if we went around in circles a couple times, I think the way out is. Hang on a second, let me calculate this.
Where's Lanan? What is he doing?
What I'm just wanting to do is, while
Wait, my picture isn't showing. Ah,
no,
what's going on?
you can
Now you can't see my beautiful face. How unfair. What?
Yeah, Captain
blind.
Scarlet, you're the voice of the Mysterons.
And we have a ship on the Twitch screen.
Woo! There we go. Oh yeah, well, need to do something about that ship. Boom. Go away. You're inside the ship now. You don't need to see it. Right, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. That was a unscheduled crash. And we were just about talking, I do believe, about...
Plans.
Yes, what shall you do now? You are in a dark ship,
Yeah.
in a dark corridor, in the dark, and you cannot see each other.
Yeah. What I was like saying is, I'm like, just from my experience of being on ships, being on stations, I'm assuming every place I've been on has had some form of, position marking on the walls just to keep people in the right place and keep track of where they are. Does this Minbari ship have something similar?
Running lights, runner lights.
Well, like blue. Like how
The
Battle
guiding
of
lights.
Lights.
If it does have, you see none.
All right, well, what is Lanan doing?
Something. You can't see him.
Right.
Lights. Come on.
Like, if I turn around, is he there? Is he still there, or is he
It's
just?
dark. You can't see. Period.
It's pitch black.
Yes. You literally cannot see anything. There's no light sources about.
All right, I'm literally just kind of like I'm slowly kind of feeling my way about until I can get my hand on a door or wall first. There, for orientation purposes. For all I know, I'm actually just put my hand over like Malone's face, going,
Hey.
"Is that you?"
Yeah. Everybody be cool. Find the lights. What light sources do we have?
Lanan, what are you doing?
Congratulations, humans. You have angered a wall on.
That was probably going to kill us anyway.
And you are absolutely certain of that, I assume?
I am about 95% sure with a 5% failure rate due to the scientific method.
I see. Well,
I got it. Here's a couple matches. A lighter.
that seems like a most handy device. You did not think about bringing in one of those handy torches of yours? Very well then. Click. And there
Not
is
much.
there is a blue light that fills the room at the torch.
All right. I feel like it's probably in our best interest to leave,
Well,
but we probably should make sure that this ship cannot A, follow us, and B, shoot us once power comes back.
yes, indeed. I wonder what is
Right.
your plan with that?
here's the plan. We're gonna find a way to. Oh, I think the way back is that way. 400 paces, turn to the left, get to the sitting room, and then go back straight to the big long hallway to our whatever transport, and then we could hotwire. But if we go in that direction, we'll find something like a control room or a way to disable some weaponry. Let's assume that Vorlon, we stay away from him for the time being. I don't want to see what our weapons can do against his, and so let's go in that direction, disable something, and then head our way back. All right, follow me, everybody. We're going that way.
If I do remember right, there are some weapon stations nearby. I can guide you them.
Yeah.
Since we are in the same proverbial sinking ship, I might as well try and help myself survive.
New plan. You lead the way. We'll
This
do what we
way.
can to disable.
But the question is, how do we open this hatch? As there is indeed a closed door on the way where you're supposed to be going. It's blocking the corridor.
Is like a panel somewhere near it?
That's what.
We could blast the lock.
You do find a panel.
Yeah.
Can we hotwire it?
You can hold
Here, let-
electronics.
Let me take a look at this.
Well, would the electronics work if there's no electronics?
There's
I mean,
always electronics.
find out.
You just
We'll
don't
find-
recognize them.
What's your electronics at there, Malone?
Not good. Non-existent.
Okay. I have electronics.
I got mechanical skills, but that's about it.
Well, I have electronics. Do you? Is it education or intellect?
Intellect.
Okay.
You've never done it with Minbari before, have you?
No. 6. Rolling ones when they're important. When the rolls are important, those ones come out.
So the roll was a 6. That means you take 2 points of damage
I
from
just see
the
electric.
hot wiring going wrong.
I just like jerk out of the way. I'm like,
This one bypasses your armor, unfortunately, as it is your fingers that are the connection points.
Okay.
I'm
Can I
just-
first aid myself? Yes.
Yes, sure. Before
Okay.
I spend the time on that.
Yep. I will put a band-aid and some hypodermic spray.
If it occurs to me, if we
Yeah, I'm
had, if I
good.
brought my big ass armor is probably still.
Yep. I said prepare for the worst. They're like, nah, it's fine.
It's almost like you know me.
Oh man.
For
Oh,
serious
right.
though, my big ass armor needs repairs.
When you
It got
open
blown up.
when you open up, you manage to open up the doorway, and behind it used to be the wall on, but it is no longer there. Surprise, surprise. And Lennon proceeds to guide you through the corridors, and you do indeed get to a room that looks like a command center for gun batteries. There seems to be heavy devices there that are, Lennon explains that these are the damn it, the word is lost. Not dynamos,
Turrets.
but the things that conserve power and power for use later.
capacitors.
Capacitors, yes. The capacitors for the Minbari weapons technology.
So if we are able to disable these, will it make sure take power away from all the weapon systems?
No, well, not all of them, but from that are controlled from this gun battery, yes.
Okay.
You know what? How about instead we rig them to blow up? Let me take a look at this real quick. I'm sure I could figure out a way around it.
I'm just gonna do an investigation, mechanical, if you don't mind, a mechanical type investigation.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say there's a cheeky way you can do this.
Let's do this. Just pass part wire.
Close the gun ports and set the guns to fire.
Oh, I like that.
There's no power, so can we do that with no power?
They've got their capacitors. They're fully charged right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
If we-
the
if we
capacitors are full. They have not been drained.
Okay.
Hmm.
I didn't know
Yeah.
if they were drained or not, so okay. That makes sense.
My mechanical check of 9 told me that they're fully ready to. Fully
They are
loaded.
ready to blow.
I like where you're going with this, Landis. All right, let's see.
There should set it up for.
I have closed the gun ports, sir.
Lannon, how long do you think it's going to take us to get back to the hangar?
From here, if I am able to manage the route, 10 minutes.
A question before we push the doomsday button. But the minute we set this to blow, how much damage does Lennon? And I'm asking, how much damage do you think this will do, and how much damage, or how will it affect the ship?
Well, these are secondary batteries. The damage to this ship is probably going to be superficial, but it should disable these gun batteries for the while being until they are repaired. The gun ports will not take much damage before they are blown out of the way and into the space, letting the rest of the energy also into the space.
Okay, just make sure. I didn't want to make sure we're like, oh no, the ship's on fire. How do we leave? Just measuring damage. Okay.
These turrets are oddly familiar to the ones that we have on our ship. I think if we push this, set it on this timing, we might buy us anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes. But as soon as we hit this, we got to get going. Now I don't know how big this blast is gonna go.
I would say enough to probably destroy this entire battery.
Yes, I would not like to be anywhere near this section of the ship when they go off, sir.
And this ship's already damaged there, so there could be secondary hull ruptures.
I step outside while they're doing this.
Lannon, is there any systems there that you can bring up that shows what the current status of the ship is?
Now, how many times do you want me to repeat myself?
You are
in that
Grime
I am
Pounder,
not a
sorry,
ship
yes, I
crew?
forgot. Right, hold on.
If you wish for mechanical details, you may want to participate on a course on spaceship mechanics on Minbar.
Yeah, they might not allow me to do one on this
I am
type of
quite
ship,
certain
though.
they won't.
Right, hold on.
I'm watching the hallway to make sure our friend doesn't like pop out of nowhere.
I've almost got this ready to figure out and set on a timer. Just let me know
So,
when.
Malone, roll me explosives.
Yes.
This, if ever, is an intelligence explosives. Or intellect
Intelligence
explosives.
explosives. I have turrets. Would that work as well? Let's see.
No, you are rigging them to well, in this occasion, it is a turret.
Yeah,
think-
because I've got heavy
Yeah, let's
weapons,
go with the
explosives, and I've got turrets in it. And I think I'd rather use gun turrets, gun combat.
Well, I would argue this is a ship's weaponry. I would say that's heavy weaponry.
No, well, yeah. Yes, it's a gunnery check.
There you go. Gunnery check of 9.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I did the wrong thing.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm combat.
It's probably the same thing.
Suddenly we've got 5 minutes to get out of the ship.
Yes, roll me gunnery, not gun combat, please.
I'm sorry. That was a mistake. There we go.
You just takes the PPG to the ship, the The gun battery
There we go.
capacitor.
That's
Bag.
better.
Turrets 11.
Oh,
Right, you're fairly certain that even with the alien translations of the gun controls, you are able to get the gist of it and set these guns on a timer, which they're not intended for. Though you are not quite certain what these numbers represent. Not until Lennon goes, you set it up for 2 minutes? Run!
Yeah. Let's go. Move, move, move.
I see them running. I start running.
I look back and all I see is just like the number of symbols going tick, 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 tick on all alien weirdness.
Yes, pretty much that. And you run fast. And you believe it's been 2 minutes. Still no explosion, but you're running. And then the shaking begins. The whole ship seems to be moving side by side as you are trying to run through the corridors. And you can feel, you can see the light of the yellow explosion that comes from behind you, reflecting from the walls around. And you jump across a threshold when a bulkhead comes in and saves you just at the last second as you are on another part of the ship.
yeah, I'm just rolling underneath it. You know,
But completely and utterly lost.
Okay.
Shit, I think we made a wrong turn.
Did we make a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
These parts of the ship is unknown.
Yeah. Oh, shit, we took the left. It should have been the right.
It is still dark, right?
I was just running, I'm sorry.
No. Actually, I think we would. It might have been best that we actually took this turn, because the flames were right behind us. That explosion might have reached the hangar.
Now, as you are calmly looking around, you realize why it is. Why you realize that you are lost. It's because this looks like remains of a small village. There's like these doorways that lead into different rooms, but like people have been building huts and such in here that are now empty and void of life. But there seems to have been bright colored clothing, beds, tables, spoons, also the things you would have expected from a society that has lived here.
This ship gets weirder and weirder.
Is this like the mess hall? Is this the...
I don't think this is normal.
This is not Minbari. I'm just slowly. Is there any sort of like iconography or symbology there that might give an idea of the people who might be living here or had lived here?
Well, there's definitely several types of clothing. There's a few books, even. And there's
Books.
Yeah, the books.
Open the book.
Do we recognize the language of the script?
you open up the book and roll me xenolinguistics, please.
I don't have that.
Captain would be good for this.
I think this would just be languages.
I have language.
Yeah.
Roll me language.
It'll be intellect again.
Education.
Education. Yes! Something I'm good at. That is 11 for Dr. Turner.
Oh,
Might come something else.
Here's a 10, no.
it is.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It is
I've
written
seen
in the
languages.
language of Drazi.
So,
As far as you can recognize.
looks like Drazi.
Yeah.
Definitely don't think you see them on Minbari ships.
No.
What? Take it with you. We gotta get out of there. We gotta figure out a way to get out of here. The other way's blocked, so we gotta find a different route now. Lanon,
Put it in my.
can you help guide us?
This
Would
is
there be a secondary
sacrilege.
hangar on these things?
But according to the signs, the hangar base would be this way.
Alright. He knows we're coming. He knows we're against him now. And we just made some big boom. Let's be nice and quiet and move carefully and slowly. Anything that looks dangerous, we immediately start blasting. Our mission from this point forward is to get the heck out of here and back to our ship. Speaking of which, this is Malone. Malone to the Jacaranda. Do you copy? Over. Shit. Just what I thought.
figured so.
I'm just gonna go, Landon. For emergency purposes, would there be emergency equipment, masks, extinguishers, anything like that to hand? Tools for opening doors?
Well, not really. That doesn't seem like the Malone sort of emergency package.
I said Landon. I was asking.
Lennon.
Yeah.
Sorry. I heard Malone, so.
That's all right.
No, I don't carry much tools. I carry the things I need for fighting. But I do suppose we might find some sort of emergency lockers around here.
I mean, surely you're at least pointing to where the emergency masks would be, if you had any.
Yes, but now that you mention it, he walks to a wall and goes like, "There should be some here, but it's empty."
What are you worried about?
I think that explosion could have reached the hangar, and that could have potentially caused a vented it into space. We have.
Well, we gotta keep moving, so if we run across that as a problem, we'll just be careful about that. Nothing we could do about that for right now.
Or we can kill the Vorlon and just take the ship.
How are we gonna kill this Vorlon? I don't even know if this guy bleeds. I don't even know where to shoot. For all I know, he's a little mouse inside of a big old mask head, projecting weird stuff.
You're right, but if we just do a full spray, something. I don't know.
Even
Our
I
best
don't
bet
know
is
how
to
kill a
avoid
Warlord.
contact, get to an area where we can leave, and then we get out. We only engage unless we're engaged upon.
I agree, but if we find no extra ships, what do we do?
We'll look for more ships. That's
All
what
right.
we do.
Okay, look for more ships. All right, so
Or we go to the hangar, or we go to the control bay.
The ship
Let's
should
move
be
forward right
equipped
now.
with 15 Neal-class fighters and 2 shuttlecrafts. But
So-
whether they are in the ship is another question.
Exactly, because you did say Bimbari's, your people left the ship, as it was traveling through hyperspace. So
There's at least a shuttle.
at least one shuttle. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep moving, folks.
Okay. So looking for a hangar. Come on, Anna. Read some Bimbari for us.
Right. So, roll me something to indicate how lucky you get. Let's say 3d6.
Who's
Not a
rolling?
recon.
Who's rolling? Who's rolling? Who's
Just
rolling 3d6?
just roll 3d6.
Alright. Turner did.
I just did it.
Love it.
12.
12.
6.
I see,
depending
I
on
see.
how we're reading this.
So, it appears you do indeed find yourself at some sort of a hangar. Well, that is what Lannon says. This is the fighter hangar. It appears there are 2 fighter crafts available. And all you see is like small hatches. More akin to what you would say is an escape pod. And he proceeds to open up a door, and there's space enough for a single Minbari in there to lay down.
Do you know what the capacity of life support capacity is?
Fully loaded. 12 hours of life support.
It's enough to get us over to the Jacaranda.
But it's only enough to fit one.
Is there only the one, or is there more of them?
They said it was 2.
2.
So it's
Seem
only
to
2
be
people can
present.
get away.
And
Well, here's the decision. Do we look for more, or we draw straws here and now, and we'll use this as the worst case scenario? Keep in mind where this spot is at. We gotta keep looking more.
I do suppose we could squeeze in those and get out while we can.
I'm thinking, how would you be comfortable trying to pilot this?
More comfortable than most of you.
Right. All of us in one is going to be a stretch.
Here we go, 2 each.
Yeah, 2 and 2. Yep.
Yeah.
My question though is, how are you planning on getting out of these and into the Jacaranda? These do not fit with the Ferraro inside the hangar bay, nor can these lock on to your air locks.
It's one problem after another, isn't it?
I know. So do we look for something else, and then this is just the worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario is we ram it straight into our ship and get out of here.
We could get cheekiest thing we could do is get, if even one of us get out and we can then get communications with the Jacaranda, we could then maybe attempt to pick up with the Ferraro for everyone else.
We got comms, but we gotta get away from the ship first. Once we get past this, we could communicate with them.
That's what I'm saying, and whatever's stopping us from communicating out shouldn't stop us from communicating with the Niao. The Niao has to have communications itself. Hold on, the Niao should. Hold on. I'm just going to jump in, and I'm going to start looking for anything from that's going to suggest to me they own communications array for the fighter.
Electronics communications, please.
Right. It's just going to be on my electronics then. Intellect, I'm assuming.
Yes, please.
9.
Yeah, you fidget around, going like, if I was a communicator, which one should I be? Click.
Yeah. Hold on, think about it.
And you are pretty certain you found it.
I'm just gonna go. Should be. This is the only one that makes sense. Jacaranda, repeat. Jacaranda. Is there anyone there?
This is Jacaranda. Who is this?
It's Landis.
Boss, are you okay? The ship is blowing up all around.
Yeah, that's me. That's due to us. No time to explain. Crazy Forlorn. Start. Did
Crazy
you
what?
get the feel? Did you get the feel?
The what?
Fuel.
Did you get feel?
Yes, we got a fuel shipment from the Minbari ship.
Yes. Start spooling up.
Yes, we are almost done here.
Right.
Tell them we're gonna get over there, but we have no way of landing.
Right.
Tell them that there's this evil mean dude over here, and that he's going out to get us. Tell him.
I'm just gonna. I was like, lost my train of thought. It's yes. You might have to get the throttle ready.
It's barely holding on, but we'll do it.
It's like you might just need to move the throttle out. That's it. Depending on what's going on, we're going to try and get into a actual shuttle and leave the ship, but you might need to potentially get the throttle moved out of the way if we can't.
Yes, sir.
catch on.
Fraser. Yes.
Tell them to use the boarding torpedoes, the boarding clamps that we have. We'll get up close.
Malone said something about the boarding clamps.
Yes, we'll. Of course, we'll have the Ferrero lock onto the boarding clamps for the time being. Yes.
Right. Okay. Right.
Good thinking, Landis. Good thinking.
I'm just pulling that and I'm just going, alright. Okay, let's head down to this shuttle bay.
Alright, so we're gonna leave Mr. Mage over here and us for 2 each, right?
Yep. I mean, he said he can take care of himself.
I think there's beef between the Forlorn and the Techno Mage. Let them fix it.
Yep.
If both of them go to Supernova, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Okay. Landis, you fly one ship. Lanon, you fly the other one. Bach, you go with Landis and I'll go with Lanon. No. The other, yeah. That's how we'll do it. We'll get out of here. We good with that plan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else we're forgetting? Anything else we need to do before we get out of here?
Well, there is a slight problem.
Of course there is.
You and your armors are too heavy, or too big, including all your bigger guns.
I just got PPGs. We just brought PPGs. No
Yeah,
more.
we just brought the small ones, and I did not bring the big old arm.
I didn't bring. I was still in my finery myself.
Yeah.
So I was expecting us to be boarded,
Yeah.
be interrogated. I wasn't expected, to be doing spacewalks or anything. I have no. I literally have my finery. If I still have to go skipping, fair enough. I will. Right.
Oh, yeah.
But
We just went wearing normal clothes. I just said we kept a gun and knives just in case.
I've just got my PPG. That's all I've got.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then you fit in. Barely. But you literally have to be, like, against the pilot's butt in there.
Malone,
Move your leg. Move your leg.
can you move your hand? That's there. It's a bit uncomfortable, please.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really big here.
Yes, I can tell. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there,
Yes.
please.
I'm just sitting there with Anon like, I really don't like you.
The feeling is mutual, human.
Yeah.
Now do try not to move while I'm piloting, as the Minbari fighters are piloted laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
boy.
they are laying down on their bellies, holding the controls and looking forward while flying.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the
Very
other one has to
uncomfortable.
be laying on top to fit.
Yep.
and the space is rather crowded, and the air is quite limited in dosage while you are there. So, Mr. Landis, give me a piloting check, will you?
Sure.
And this is where bar.
It's a good thing this is a small craft.
This is definitely what they call a small craft.
A 9.
Yes, your lack of understanding of the Minbari technology leads you into making a rather hasty entrance into the Jacaranda's hangar bay. But luckily for you, getting out of the Minbari ship was the easy part. It was just flying on this thing is almost like flying a Centaur class fighter craft. Same sort of technology, just weird that you're not sitting down and you're laying down.
Yeah,
instead.
that's.
And
I'm just going.
it's not helping that Malone is pressing his bone against you.
Yeah, can you try
Word
to-
phrasing.
Yeah, well, the hip bone is quite a hard bone.
Yep. Can you take pressure off the back of my neck, please?
Man, is this? Ow! Is this better?
No.
Is this like little head bone, like cutting into my chest or something? Like your little head ridge.
Yes. Now,
Oh boy, he's pulling out the book.
He's pulling out the book. Good guy.
oh, didn't get the right page this time. No, I did.
Right, hold on. Let's all pull out the book.
No.
What page, sir? What
My life.
Page
My life is,
159.
Right. Well,
my life is in the hands of salty Minbari NPC.
Oh boy,
one
not
five
the
nine.
critical hits page.
Oh, girl.
Oh
Critical
god.
hits page.
I want each of you to roll a critical hit.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
One for each fighter and one for Jacaranda.
Okay.
So roll 2d6.
Yes, 2d6 from each of you. One of you has to decide to be the Jacaranda. So that would be the only one who is not piloting and doesn't have his own fighter. So Malone gets to be Jacaranda.
Malone will be Jacaranda.
Yes.
Who?
Malone is Jacaranda.
Okay.
You are in the fighter with Lannon, and Landers is in the fighter with Landers.
6 and 2.
Not bad. I did better with the 6 and 3
Armor.
Roll 2d6.
because it's a competition and I won.
Armor
10.
reduced by D3.
Oh, crap.
Oh, J drive. Oh yeah, you're about.
Oh,
to
no,
So
no, no.
that's a 9, and 9 is cargo, so nothing that worries you.
8.
8 is M drive, so nothing that worries you, and 10 is J drive, nothing. Ooh.
But is it the J drive for my ship, which wouldn't exist on an island?
Right. Malone rolled a 9, which was cargo, so yeah, you took a big bit of cargo out of it. Luckily, the J drive was on your ship, so you didn't damage anything.
Because
In
there's no J
Jacaranda.
drive. Yeah.
But Jacaranda does take a nasty bit of a hit as you crash into the hangar bay
Yeah.
and go a bit deeper than intended. In
I
fact,
was
you go
imagining like the
straight.
those little claws, and then grabs the ship, and it just like misses and crashes in anyways. Like, I got it.
I mean, I would assume that if we're all in a ship, even though if it's crashed in, we would be like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually crash through the first wall and straight to the rotunda all the way to the cargo bay.
Oh, awesome. Yes.
Ooh, crap.
That's going to cost. But we do have 2 Minbari ships that we're going to have to kill that on. I say out of character.
Yes. The doors apparently close and something happens while you are trying to get out. But instead of being able to do it handily, you are stuck for the meanwhile. As the scrap is around you and pushing the poor nimble fighters against the Jacaranda's hull, making it quite unbearable.
Yeah.
Hang on. I think I could just pop this canopy open. Hang on.
But before we make it too elaborate for our viewers, you do manage to get out of the situation by the help of your friendly neighborhood non-mechanic who welds you out of these fighter crafts.
See,
And you
Nice
are
flying
able to-
Landis. Any flight we could walk away from, any landing we could walk away from is a good one.
Yes,
Yes.
I hate to admit it, but it is a good one. Considering the amount of training we've had in flying these sort of crafts.
I think this is a first. I must be the first Centauri to ever fly one of these.
Yes. A dubious honor on my part to have given you the chance to do it. Oh, what is the situation? We are currently in hyperspace, sir. Continuing on the route we had beforehand. It appears that the Technomate has erased most of our data files considering the journey this far.
Oh.
But
Do we
he
still
did
have the
leave-
maps?
The maps we had from the journey are gone. All we have left is the last leg towards Minbar Prime.
Hmm.
We could try and plot a course through unknown hyperspace, but I thought it wiser to take the course we had left.
Fair.
because we need ship repairs now.
Yeah,
And
we
I-
need to get as far away from that thing as possible.
And I think the other thing is then your people dedicated that ship to Phelan. You never dedicated it to the Forlorn.
It is the religious curse that does such unthinkable things as giving away good war resources for a sacrifice. That ship could have been used for several battles since its sacrifice. Instead, it has been used, as you say, abduction of aliens at the pleasures of Wallon.
And that raises a question. Okay, as you said, that's a warship, but I know you've not been happy with how we've acted, but also the question is, have the Forlorn acted the way you'd expect?
I have never met a Wallon in my life,
Neither have I.
but somehow I had the impression that the Wallon are more
9.
silent.
Yeah. It might be. Would you, what would your impression be that when we get to Mimbar, if we notify the authorities of what we discovered? Or would you think it's better that we don't say anything?
You didn't consult me on the last decision to get on this voyage?
I know,
I'll
but
let you deal with the consequences as well.
Fair enough.
I just like wave my hand and tell him let him walk away.
He nods and walks out.
Now that we're by ourselves, I look around and say, look, we are at a pivotal moment right here. The last couple of missions have not gone as advertised.
Yeah.
The only beneficial thing that we've gotten right now is we have 2 pretty highly prized Minbari ships.
We'll probably have to return once we get to Minbari space.
I mean, technically, these ships are supposed to be in hyperspace forever.
I'm just fearing that we're gonna get into Minbari space. We're gonna be some random ship, and hey, look, we got 2 of your ships in tow.
Okay, this is my thoughts. We find a bit of space that sees no traffic. I don't know if it's possible, but these weapon systems look pretty nice. Take what we need, get rid of the rest.
I like where your head's at. I think with the rest of our crew, we could handle that.
I mean, take the
Still
weapon
got a couple-
system, defense systems, because think about stealth systems that the Minbaris use. Could be very advantageous to our little Jacaranda.
yeah, it's
Yeah. Listen, Doc, if you want to hang on to these ships, or at least get their techno stuff, that's fine. We got the crew for that. Right now, and you're right, these last few missions sucked. Plain out sucked. We're unprepared. We went in not knowing what was what, and we paid the price for it.
Because we got to figure out a way to pay for repairs somehow.
unfortunately, it looks like we might have to sell Minbar technology.
Yeah, to the Minbaris.
No. We find. Question. When's the last time you talked to your Russian friend?
A couple weeks. But we're pretty far from Earth right now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we tell him we have some viable Minbari technology that he could get, but we need some assistance. It might be worth his time.
Let's look at this first. Let's actually figure out what we can salvage from this mess. And move from there. We only got a couple of days before we reach Minbari
each
space.
fighter has 3 beam weapons. You take 6. Those things alone can take out some other races' cattle ships apart.
So we get 6 beam weapons plus their defense systems. We integrate it into the Jacaranda somehow.
Or we can even get the schematics and pass them on, or we could get 6 beam weapons, sell them on to 6 buyers there.
Did we just become pirates? I think we just became pirates.
No, you became tech runners.
Yeah, we've become weapons runners. That doesn't even sound better, but okay.
It's like the stealth systems, because the issue becomes, if there is a war, which sides are which?
Exactly.
Also, I don't know that I fully trust this Vorlon talking about this war stuff.
Yeah.
War is coming. He couldn't even tell us when or who or where or what.
And he kept bodies in closets,
I
Little
know.
shaky.
Look, there is some stuff. I'm not sure what to take of him, but when our people expanded, you know how he was saying civilizations come and go? we're talking about there was the territory. Okay, the territory that we have now is nothing compared to what we have, right? We've been retreating for centuries, but a lot of the territory we took, we found evidence that there had been other powers, okay? And all the archaeological evidence pointing to all these technological powers, maybe at least 2 or 3 major civilizations that seem to be potentially comparable to this entire republic, the Minbari Federation, there, all of them disappeared in the same time scale.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'm like, Miana, Dugar, get your asses down here.
And just about when Landis is finished with his rant about extinct civilizations, the 2 begrudging co-workers arrive. You summoned us, Doctor?
Minbari ships. We need the weapon systems and the defense systems taken off.
Minbari ships?
Yep.
Yeah, we brought presents.
Minbari
Exactly.
ships. Both of them get this little shine in their eyes. They look at each other and nod at the very same time, like they have come into an agreement. They turn around and walk towards the elevator.
Yeah. Miana, Dugar.
They stop and turn.
We don't just want those weapons and these systems stripped. We want them catalogued extensively.
Yes, sir.
The second thing is we're going to yes, he has great warrior prowess, but I feel like Lanan is becoming a liability.
I think the problem was us. I think his point was valid. I think we knew that the Technomancer and him were not going to get along.
Yep.
We knew that it was going to be a problem telling him. We chose to exclude him.
This is true.
I think that exclusion was a mistake.
That is true.
It came back and bit us in the ass. It's not him that's the problem. It's us that's the problem. He's either part of our crew or he's not.
He's not part of our crew. He's literally only, well, was I there? Yes, I was there. He is not part of our crew. He's literally only here because somebody made him come. If we told him right now, your debt is complete, you owe us nothing more, he would have free reign to leave, and he would probably leave.
Well, in that case, we're going to Minbari. You can then make that choice there.
Yeah.
I don't want it. If you don't trust him, fine. We'll give him that choice.
Yeah.
I don't trust a man who, obviously, he is very aligned to his people and his culture, which is very valid. But when we get there, what is stopping him for telling all of Minbar that, hey, these humans, Narns, and Drazi, and Centauri have our technology, blow that fucking ship out of there. I think going to their home world right now is a mistake.
Well, then why did we choose to come over here then?
We came here because the technical mage pretty much told us we had no damn choice.
You are
We were
incorrect.
going to Narn until the technical mage said, "No, I need you to go here."
All right. So we made that choice, and now we're going to move on with it.
I would assume we go back to Narn. At least Narn's, whichever benefits them more, is what they typically choose to do. The Minbari, their culture, warrior case, religious case, is a lot of confusion in there, a lot of smokes and mirrors. And we have somebody who's very loyal. And again, do you want to put him in a position that he feels like he's being untruthful to his people?
No. What I want is for him to trust us as much as we trust him. And right now that's the case. We don't trust him. So he doesn't trust us. Trust goes both ways, buddy.
You're right, but we don't pay him.
I pay him.
What, you be paying them?
Yeah, I
pay
give
him?
him about 1,000 credit. I mean, it's not that much. It's 1,500 creds a month, but
Yeah, we're paying him. We're literally paying him minimum wage for indentured servitude.
I don't like that word.
Exactly, but that's literally what he is.
It's a fine tradition on Centauri Prime.
Yeah, someone told him you need to go. Period. He didn't have a choice. He's here not by choice. He's here begrudgingly.
We also chose to keep him with us. And you know what? Maybe we should bring the captain into this conversation as soon as he wakes up.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we should probably go check up on him to see if he's all right.
He's fine. I contributed to the massive amounts of alcohol he drinks, and I told him not to. Told him he needs to cut down. He needs to slow down. Yes, I could probably, replace his liver, but it's not an easy surgery. So he needs to, cut down, but he doesn't listen.
Yeah, it's a few other things we need to talk to him about. It's not just the alcohol, it's just
His decision making lately has been kind of off. There's something going on with him. I've noticed it too.
I think there's something going on with him and his father.
Yeah?
One of the times his father was over, his father was kind of dismissive of him, and I'm wondering if that's just making him
Drink more?
either drink more, even become a bit more reckless with his plans.
That's it. He's been chasing the big score. He's been getting reckless, making decisions, not thinking these things through.
Yeah.
But we've been going along with it. We've been enabling him.
Exactly.
Especially me.
There's a lot of problems. You guys are too trusting. He's too reckless.
All right, fine. We're having the discussion here and now. We'll have a word with the captain. But what about the line-on situation?
I think we take him first. We go somewhere not in Minbari space. Once we get the weapons issue taken off and all that stuff done, we find a way to do something with these ships. We drop them off in the nearest something.
So we should correct course back to Narn then, instead of we're headed right out of Minbari space.
Yeah. The issue is now that
our big gun runners.
the issue is that we have these ships, and there's no way in God's green earth that he's not going to say something.
We did nothing wrong, though.
You're right.
We came across this 400-year-old ghost ship run by some crazy-ass alien with technology 10 times far above ours. And we barely escaped with our lives, and this is the proof.
I call it legal salvage myself.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, and then again, it's his word against our word. He probably doesn't have any viable proof. But we probably need to find a place to get him off the ship safely so he can go about his own merry way. Because the rest of these guys, you pay them. You know what I mean? They're paid. They've been vetted. I'll be completely honest with you. I was literally sent here to spy on you guys.
Yes.
And you trusted me openly to come on your ship.
Well, I mean, you did some stuff, I was sick, and you took care of us. I mean,
Exactly. Because I'm a medical professional first, but I still came here to spy on you. Too easy to trust.
Especially me.
you know what? I don't know about any of this trust or politics stuff. I'm just a warrior. You point me towards your enemy, and I know what to do. Everything else I have to rely on you guys for.
Fear to the officers. Fear to the officers. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We have established communications with the interstellar grid.
Oh, we're back online, folks. Nice.
Okay, so on our way to Narn.
Not quite yet in the buoy range, but we can divert soon.
All right, well, you guys figure it out. I'm going to go check on my alcoholic patient. And I
Yeah.
walk away. But I want it said right now that I send my freaking medical email about Malone.
To cut or not to cut? That is the question.
Exactly.
Well, as you are about to send it, you're typing it out, checking out for mistakes, having the news on the background. When you hear emergency broadcast,
Oh God.
the president of Earth Alliance and Earth Force One was destroyed in a jump gate accident of the transfer point on Io 15 minutes ago.
Fuck. I kind of just like sit back in my chair and is like, of course it gets worse.
And now for the rest of the news. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm still sending my email.
Yep, your email goes through.
All right.
The response to it,
One-
though, doesn't.
I know. I can wait for the response. At least the mail's gone.
What
Mm.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take. I'm assuming like Miana and Dugard, they're taking those nice scans I've asked for them and all this sort of stuff, right? I've set that up. I'm gonna put a communique to my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to be a simple question of along the lines of a potential actionable technical tech intelligence on Minbari capabilities. Are you interested?
I'm gonna fucking kill Lannis one day. Oh man.
Right. Fair enough. I do suppose this is an excellent opportunity to end the season with these two messages going out. But before we go, Malone, do you have any parting words?
I do. I'm gonna go in my room privately. I'm gonna get down on my knees. Jesus, it's been a while since we've talked. Things have gotten interesting. I don't know whether you sent this new power to me or not. I've now been wanting to accept it. I've gotten myself in trouble and I don't know what to do. I'm scared to use this. Feels wrong, feels bad, feels evil. Give me a sign. Give me a sign that you're listening and help guide me to do the right thing.
I have always been here. And that's the season finale.
I'll have to kill both
Thank
of
you for being here for 22 episodes of our silly version of Babylon Project. Hope you have been enjoying the show. And now it is time for the post-game banter. And where's that button again? There we go. So if you have any comments or such, please bring them forward for the chat. Players, if you have anything.
I'm gonna have to kill Malone and Landis. I'm like literally. They're making too many bad decisions.
Listen, it's dramatic tension.
Oh, you're
It could
right.
go either way. It could go either way. We don't know. I don't fucking know.
It's okay.
I just thought that this was a cool way to fucking end it.
I'm going to
But that is
lobotomize you. Probably gonna get killed.
That's fantastic.
This is very interesting, though. Me and you are fighting over Lannon.
I know. I was like, what? I was like, oh, I mean, you are really it. I'm like, all right. I don't trust him.
He has a man crush, you know.
I know.
Come on. In my defense, right? We've just been given Minbari technology.
You're right.
They've mentioned a war might be coming. Of course I'm going to offer it to the Centauri.
I said, this man has almost killed me 3 times, and now he's, I'm trying to get us financially straight, and he's gonna betray me.
You think
all have
I
our
am
own
just
wants.
going to give it for free?
In true fashion, though, in true Babylon 5 fashion, each one of us has our own wants and needs,
Yeah.
and our own individual desires.
Yep.
They are not in sync with each other. At some points, they will be at odds. Tension, and who knows what the resolution is going to be.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if it wasn't for me, we all be fucking mummified corpses on a ship. Like, no, we're good. I'm like, no. I go safely.
That was pretty good. Of course, Mr. Technomage could have been full of shit too, you know?
Yeah.
You're right, but
I think both of them are full of shit.
exactly. But 20 corpses, 20 different species corpses. Come on, no. I will never be okay with that. Like, no.
You know what it was? It's because you rolled so well on your insight check.
I know. Like,
Why am I still speaking in character? Sorry.
I don't know.
Fix that.
Because you enjoy it.
Yeah, Malone's just taking his voice changer vocal cords out there.
Yeah.
Well, that was
So,
quite
Frog Scanner is asking favorite episode or game situation on the season. Opinions, boys?
To be fair, a lot of my ones that I've really loved has been the ones that were kind of hinting towards the shadows. So, episode 2 was fantastic there. The ones with... There's a reason why I keep bringing Morden into it, because I like playing with Morden there.
Morden's fun.
Yeah, and I just love this idea of this guy just doing the absolute insane bad choices there. You know,
That's going to get you killed. I see it. He's going to, you'll be like,
I know.
you're going to push that edge a little too far. You're like,
Yep.
Here's the thing. You're like a moth being drawn to this flame, and you keep getting tempted and getting closer to it and closer to it. Oh, you're gonna get burned.
I know, but that's what I'm liking about it. It's just like, how far can I take it? You know, that's what.
No, this is good. I'm for that. I, as an in-game viewer, I am fascinated by that. I can't wait to see what happens with that. I'm quite enjoying the tension of like you making those choices.
Yeah, I mean, this is a thing. That's why it's like a couple of episodes ago, me talking about the vision of me actually seeing my death, in a year or 2 years down the line, because I cannot imagine my character actually surviving the Shadow War. I just imagine me. There's going to be some sort of deal, or there's going to be something I'm going to do, right? Where it's because I'm trying to get a political advantage over someone, or I then have a crisis of faith and moral conscience and try to do the right thing, and it just blows up in my face, and there's nothing I can do about it,
I feel for Malone. Malone is more like Noah is like lost at sea, endless ocean, going from little island to little island and encountering things. But I need a direction. I need to be pointed as a holy weapon to take down the big bad evil. I want that. I want to move towards something positive. That's what Malone wants.
Derek feels like every time he tries to help somebody, it blows up in his face. Every single time. I owe some secret spy a fucking favor for side drugs. Some angry fucking Centauri woman because I didn't want to fucking keep spying on the dude who's killed me at least twice. Almost killed me at least twice. Really?
Maybe 4 now, technically, because I came up with the idea to blow up the Minbari war cruiser.
I'd say almost 3. So, best moment is when he punked Karen. That was a highlight.
That was freaking awesome. Yeah.
But right now, he feels like...
You feel appreciated?
No, Derek doesn't feel appreciated. He
Do you even
doesn't.
care about that? Do you even care about appreciation or recognition or a simple thank you?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't care. I mean, he's a doctor. He's going to help everybody regardless. But he does currently feel like he keeps sticking his neck out for people, and like when he like has his observations that so far have been pretty on par, everybody's like, nah. So now he's just like, what the hell am I doing here? He's like,
Just because I didn't believe you, big bad Vorlon dude?
oh no, not you, but like just like different character interactions.
That's because they are not used to having somebody with actual observational skills around.
Probably. But like he observed, he tries to help, but it's like no, because basically what he's trying to do is keep you guys safe so that he doesn't have to keep patching you up, because he knows that is hard on the psyche, it's hard on the body, you know what I mean, and eventually is going to burn all of you out. So he's trying to keep you guys mentally and physically on par. But
Dr. Derek Turner, is he frustrated that that you're taking care of children that are actively running themselves straight into the street and playing in traffic constantly?
pretty much.
And running with scissors.
Yeah.
Yes, we run with scissors so much.
You run with scissors in traffic.
Yeah. And he's a pissed because sometimes he sees himself, he's like, you know what, great, I'll come with you guys. He's like, what the fuck am I doing? This is stupid. Why am I doing
And then I
it?
come back like, I cut myself with the scissors. Oh, it hurts.
Because I rode medical a lot since Doctor came on. I wrote a lot of medical checks.
It's almost like we're playing a D&D game or a role playing game that's part of the thing.
Like, all right, fix you. Go back out there. See you in 10 minutes.
Can we all agree that we love Dr. Derek Turner? He's the
yeah.
best thing that has come along.
Nah, it's fine.
You are a good babysitter, and we say thank you.
Try. I'm going to just make sure you guys stay safe as long as I can.
So, Carlos, what is your favorite episode and moment?
Yeah, it's still got to be episode 2 with the whole dream sequence. That was only because it had a full beginning to end, perfect story structure to it with character arcs and everything.
Oh, you're welcome.
And it was 100% improv, and we didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I loved also when I was just amazed when the what was that previous character's name? It's committed suicide. That
Femi.
whole Femi jumping out of the airlock
yeah,
was fucking
That was good.
brilliant. That just blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's some good shit. And I love the time when we were playing like Devil and Angel to you.
I am glad
That was
everybody enjoys my characters.
That was fantastic. That was good fun.
Yeah, that was super awesome.
I just love it. He finally, like, the one time that a Sims character actually goes with one of my plans wholeheartedly, and it really blows up in
I know,
his
like,
face.
uh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just
You-
this
I mean,
unknown psychic power. Just touch it. Just take control of it.
Okay, and then a personal question. Who is your favorite non-player character?
Ooh, God.
Not counting cannons.
I love Frasier. I mean, how's it not Frasier?
Fraser.
yeah, it's Frasier. I like Frasier. Frasier is
I actually.
so excitable and like just happy with life, and you know you just want to protect her and you know save her from the patriarchal society she lives with.
Yeah.
She's like
Frasier-
that. She's like that teenager, you know, when you introduce a TV show and like, okay, here's a vulnerable teenager that's kind of cool. Not like Wesley Crusher, who was kind of a badly written, but I don't like. Just something about Frasier. I like Frasier.
There's an innocence to the character.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Youthful innocence and excitement. That we just like, oh, dude, you're so screwed. You
I
don't
am
even
not
know.
I am not doing waifu. I refuse to go into that dark hole.
Yeah. Though the best NPC relationship that I really kind of love, or is actually the bickering between Miana and Degar. There, I just find it funny when they're
Oh yeah,
going at it. There.
They're like comedy relief moments. and
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those. I love those as comedy relief moments because you need that. You know, when there's tension, we gotta have comedy sometimes. It's gotta be a balance.
Mhm.
It can't just be doom and gloom constantly.
Well, it's also the kind of the thing that is like, I love Star Trek, but one of my sometimes pet peeves is like they try to present the kind of perfect ship. There's no, there's no friction at all between characters, and they always seem to be buddy buddy. And it's like, this is why I'm a big Deep Space Nine fan, because there is friction.
that's just life.
What's attracted me to Bab? Yeah, please go ahead, continue.
Yes.
I was saying that's his life, you know, and that's his life. There's going to be friction. You're not going to like everything someone says all the time. You know what I mean? There's got to be that bit of friction to make it realistic and relatable.
I love Babylon 5 because since I was introduced to it, about a year ago? Less than a year ago? January, I suppose?
January, yes.
January, yeah, 6 months ago. It's amazing to me. The character works are super good. Like, everybody has individual characters. They have their own character arcs, their own individual wants and needs, and there is that conflict. It's like, I want this, but I want this. What's going to happen when these two forces meet? And it's just amazing. That's what I love watching is character work. It's almost like and watching the Marvel movies. We don't watch them for the special effects. We just love the people. They have really, really good character work. Anyways, that's my thoughts.
That's some deep thoughts. I didn't
I
even
like
know there
vacation.
were so deep things in this game.
I think we need a vacation episode because after this shit is done, we all need a vacation.
Yep. Next week, as it is a week between the whatchamacallit, we're gonna have a break week because of certain events coming up. So next week is gonna be non-canon week. We're gonna have a non-canon episode.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
So, is it gonna be beach episode or the hot springs episode? We don't know yet.
Should we do a pause for next week in between while we gear up for another thing?
Well, it's gonna be 2-week pause then. So
Yeah,
we can't
'cause-
ask our audience to have a 2-week pause. That would be too much. Even I can't take
Too
that.
much.
Yeah, because a week after that, I go on vacation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, my wife wants to go places, so
Yeah.
I have to make sure she's happy.
Maybe it's a non-canon. Maybe it's the first episode of the second season. Either way, there is going to be episode next week.
Yeah.
The contents of it may vary. It is to be decided during the coming week what we will
Fair enough.
what we will have. Maybe it will be a shopping episode. Who knows?
By the way, I enjoy that. I mean, yes, we miss Whimsy, which was here, but I think we did good without him.
Yeah.
We went well.
I mean, we didn't paint him as a alcoholic with daddy issues. Like, oh, that's the reason why.
It's
He's
canon.
drinking too much. It's canon now. It happened.
Hey, if he would have woken up on
We have to have a
time,
Garibaldi. We have to have
if he would have been woken up on time, people wouldn't be talking shit behind his back.
It's like...
I'm just hoping he's all right in real life.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
it's just an
Totally okay.
oversleeping issue and nothing else.
Oh yeah, I'm just
Now I feel
worried.
bad then.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that it's just purely, he's had a very late shift, and he's just still just recovering from it.
Frog Scanner says rebroadcast episodes 19.
No, not gonna happen, Frog. Sorry.
Frog, you've got that episode from what you've told us, so you can just watch it.
Exactly. Watch it at home on your lonesome.
Yeah, and giggle maniacally there. Either that, or we could do, if we had actually more audience members, we could actually do a question and answer episode.
I don't think the 3 people that are in our chat actually have that many questions.
So,
Yes.
out of curiosity, speaking of, I just thought of something. This necro,
Technomage.
Hello, mate.
I was gonna say necromancer, technomage. Boy, we did get a name from him, didn't we?
Yeah, it was like Kane or something like that. Or Kane.
I don't believe he has officially introduced himself.
No, and I kept on
You-
wanting to, but he kept on changing, like blowing it
Change the
off.
subject.
Yeah,
That's
because
exactly right. Yes.
Yeah, because I think the Wooster might have mentioned after an episode who is either it is him or you were basing it on someone there, and that might be what I'm remembering it.
And I'm not commenting on that.
Yeah. You know
Fair
what?
enough.
It's fine if it's a mystery. I kind of
Yeah.
like it better like that. All right.
So you can just disregard what I'm saying. It's not canon for this.
All right, but I have to go because I have to.
Yeah, you got
Right,
you got a life, and before we go tomorrow, at about 8 o'clock 10 o'clock. Well, was it 8 o'clock English time?
8 p.m. British time
Yep.
there. Because you'd really hate me if it was 10 p.m.
Yeah, I would kill you.
Yeah.
I will try to show up on top of you there.
Yeah. Can you give me permission to do invites or give me a link to send to Ed for him to join the server for Discord? Or no, the hold on. Discord.
Anyways, the plan
He's
is to
already
have tomorrow. We're gonna be having at 8 o'clock British time.
Yep.
Session 0 of Great Lord D's new campaign, which will be held in Dresden Files system somewhere in the Dresden universe. Dresden Files universe. We will be discussing more about that when we go
Yep.
live. You may show up if you wish, or you may just watch the video of the podcast afterwards.
Yeah.
We don't have an interface for it, so it will be very blunt, and all you can see is our silly faces.
Yep.
But we'll see you then, if we see. Otherwise, we'll see you on next Sunday, and we will provide you with more Babylon 5 related content.
Yep.
Toodles!
Toodles.
Bye.
Bonus nachos, everybody. Bonus nachos.